Tonight's superstar guest has two huge reasons to celebrate this year. 3 decades of filling the charts with hits.
And half a century of just being her. It's Kylie!
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. You too. Wow. Kylie Minogue.
30-second trip down memory lane.
That was a lovely little montage.
Yeah, well done.
Now, unbelievably, you are 50 in May.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm sat down.
Yeah.
As we just remind me of that fact.
Yeah.
It's fast approaching, but I'm pretty excited.
50's nothing these days, those are very young. How does Kylie do a birthday party, though?
She is going to do a proper party this year.
Good.
Normally I don't. I kind of, like...
I think someone there wants to be invited in case you don't know.
Sneak my... Maybe we could live broadcast it. No. No, I'm normally, you know, pretty private about those things and just with family and friends, but we're going to expand a little bit this year.
Yeah.
It's a big old deal. Now, you're performing your new single, Stop Me From Falling, which I'll be listening to all weekend, outside a bit later. But you've had a bad throat. You've not been very well.
Yeah, but, I mean...
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. No,
Guys, can we do that again properly? Oh.
Thanks, guys. That's what I needed all along. No, it's just been a crazy, crazy busy time. A lot of excitement, travel, work. So the wheels had to come off somewhere. So, yeah, I wasn't well, but I'm coming out the tail end of it. I'm a little husky, but I'm OK.
Husky's good. We're going to talk all about the album a bit later, and we're going to find out which rhinestone-studded superstar has become your new guru.
Exactly. Now, the big thing that everyone is talking about here is the royal wedding, which is coming up next month.
Yeah.
You've performed for the royals before. If Harry and Meghan called you up and said, Kylie, would you sing for us? Would you do it?
Of course I would.
Would you?
Yeah, in a heartbeat, of course I would, because I've done many things for the royals before, and there's always a, you know, it's a different excitement, and they've always been very good to me. So
well, they'd be mad not to ask you.
Now then, let's talk album. So it's called Golden, the new album, and you recorded it in London, in LA, and in Nashville, and it is a bit country, isn't it? Including the dancing. Let's just have a look at the first single from it first.
When I go out, I wanna go out dancing night. When I go out, I wanna go out dancing night. I wanna go out dancing.
Oh my God. Learning that was a little bit tricky, but once you get it, and you don't have to think about the steps and the, you know, it was a challenge, but it was fun.
It's very good. So so obviously there's still some pop in there, quite a lot of pop in there, but a bit of country as well. So why did you choose to do country then on this album?
It was a suggestion by a guy from my label, and it turned out to be a really good way to I don't know, to access a different type of song and storytelling. I've definitely got lyrics that I wouldn't have sung if I hadn't had that kind of influence. Yeah. And then the trick was to kind of balance that into my pop sensibility.
But also, you've got a new spiritual guru, haven't you? Because it's not the Dalai Lama, but it's actually Dolly Parton.
Dolly Lama.
The Dolly Lama.
Dolly Parton. Well, I mean, I've always loved her. And then through the course of doing this album, I did... look to, you know, all hail Dolly.
What's she like? What is she actually like?
I met her. I've only met her once. I met her before her show at the Hollywood Bowl. I was so starstruck. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I did. I think my hands ended up around her waist,
which is tiny.
I'm not quite sure how they got there, but I blurted something about Australia loves you, and her show was incredible. And she's just light comes from her.
Yeah. She's lovely, isn't she? And you said about writing this album that, you know, it was at a time where you'd had a bit of a rubbish time. Bit of a rubbish time. And that this album was kind of cathartic and helped you get through that time. So is it hard looking back at the lyrics, or are you still thinking, no, it was right for that time?
Not at all, because the rotten lyrics came out initially and didn't make the album. So by the time I got into the swing of the album, kind of found the DNA of what's this country influence and how's this going to work. I felt great. But I didn't want to just pretend everything's okay, because everything's not okay in life all the time, and I wanted to at least talk about that and sing about it. So I actually had the best time accessing those emotions and putting them into songs, but feeling great and feeling like I'd reclaimed myself. And learnt a very, very big lesson.
Which was, can we ask?
Well, but that's a whole other story.
We might come on to that. We might come on to that in a little bit, because the other thing that's incredibly cool about this is you put the album out not just on vinyl, but on cassette.
Look at it!
Look at this, guys.
When did you last see a cassette?
I know.
So exciting.
But the key, have you got the lyrics on the inside?
There's not enough room for the lyrics.
Oh, no.
We'd have to get the vinyl for that, I'm afraid, folks.
No one gets
look,
cassettes
it's got
anymore,
gold
though.
glitter in it and everything.
What's the thinking behind that, though? Because no one gets cassettes anymore.
I just wanted a cassette.
Yeah, I know
It was
why.
one of the things that just came out of when we were talking about formats. I said, can we please have a cassette? I don't know, they're just... And a friend got me a vintage Walkman.
A Walkman?
A Walkman.
Like a yellow one?
You can listen to music and be on the move. It's incredible. But the feeling, for those of you who are old enough to remember Walkmans, the feeling, the feeling of putting the cassette in, the clank, the big
noise.
button and rewind, and it was just suddenly everyone I've given the Walkman to said, have a listen.
Yeah.
I swear to God, they all change. They are just... They're 14 again.
It is a bit annoying when the tape goes funny, though, and you have to use a pencil to
I
jam it out.
thought about including
unwind
a pencil with the cassette.
That would have been hilarious.
You've also just been in a film which is set in the 1970s, and you're there alongside Guy Pearce.
Mike?
Yes, Mike.
Mike from Neighbours!
Were you just reminiscing the whole time about your time in Neighbours? What?
We did,
nearly 30
and
years
I
ago?
have to say, Guy's not only adorable, like lovely as you could possibly wish, but he has a great memory. So he would talk about a lot of things from Neighbours, and he's still in touch with so many people. So that was brilliant. And for us to play husband and wife was hilarious.
And
Husband and wife in it?
Yeah.
That's what did Jason say? I can't go. Well, the album is out now, and we can't wait to hear you perform
Thank you.
outside later on. It's going to be great.
Now, Kylie, we mentioned you're turning 50 next month. So we thought it would be an interesting experiment to ask you to give some advice to your 15-year-old self. How do you feel about that?
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you feel about it, we're going to do it.
Probably not going to listen. I have to...
That's no bad thing.
Now look what's gone and happened.
Have you noticed
No
anything?
money has been spared here, has there? We have got a fishbowl with some balls in it, some lovely golden balls. So you're going to pick one, and then we'll open it and see what our theme is.
We're going to try and open it. Chuck it over here. Let's see what this is. OK, so what advice would you give to your 15-year-old self about...
Fashion.
Perfect.
Wow, OK. Where do I start? Because my 15-year-old self would go to the market with kind of $5 and buy whatever I could get with $5 and, you know, adjust things on the sewing machine. My grandma taught me to sew. So I'd say, what you're doing right now is going to come in very handy when you're all grown up and a fashion becomes a part of your life.
Nice
Perhaps I would
advice.
warn her that sometimes less is more.
Oh, no, more is more. Go
Drop the ball,
But it was
literally.
the 80s, come on.
Yeah.
Big earrings,
Over
big
it.
everything.
God, I like that, right. What would you say to your 15-year-old self about... This is a good one. What would you say about fame?
It's hard,
I would say, oh, God, that's a tricky one. I would just say keep your feet on the ground, which I think I have, and value the opinions of the people that you respect.
Have your parents helped you keep your feet on the ground? Are they kind of...
Yeah, I mean, they've never had to go out of their way. It's just what our family's like, so...
Yeah.
Because it's your birthday, and because you're a superstar, and because you're going on tour...
Oh, honestly.
We thought we would get you something... Oh, it's really heavy.
It's genius.
Oh, my God. It's a Dolly Parton case.
It's a Dolly case. What do you think? Now, no one's going to nick this off you.
Your luggage again,
I
ever.
can pretty much... I don't think... Thank you. I don't think there's going to be another one like this. Right, Dolly, In Nashville, I did buy a T-shirt which said, "What would Dolly do?" So now we're going to just ask her.
Exactly.
Dolly,
She's always with
Dolly,
us.
I've been unwell. What do I... Wow, you just sing out there, girl.
Well, Kylie is not alone in celebrating half a century this year. So does the Lava Lamp, Hey Jude, beanbag chairs, 2001: A Space Odyssey, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, and of course Jason Donovan.
Jason Donovan?
Of course,
Jason
yeah, he's
Donovan.
just a few days after me.
He doesn't look a day over 30.
And thanks to Kylie for joining us tonight. Her album Golden is out now, and she'll be on tour in the UK and Ireland from September, possibly with a Dolly suitcase.